State, are you ready to call your next witness?
Ben was a very compassionate officer. He wasn't like everybody else. And the people that worked with him actually knew that too. They could see it. Ben, for whatever reason, all the kids there loved him. He would give them the little patches for SAPD, coloring books, pens, and he'd always make sure and talk to him to make sure he was in school, because the mothers would tell me. And the funny thing is, they couldn't say Marconi, so they added a syllable and they called him macaroni.
I am Ben's stepdaughter. I was so excited to be a grandparent. I found myself resenting my oldest nephew because he got to know Ben. And he was very young, so it was more that Ben got to know him and had the memory of a grandchild. And he never got to meet my kids. Losing a parent is hard. It happens to everybody. But losing a parent on a public scale and in a very tragic and shocking way, it takes a toll on your mental and emotional health. Police world is a small world, and so I had heard chatter through police family members that it was possibly Ben. There was no confirmation yet. And then I got a phone call from an officer that I didn't know at the time. And she told me that I needed to come to BAMC, or SAMC now, I think, because Ben had been in an officer-involved shooting.
I am Ben's older brother, something that you just can't put a price tag on, to think about the impact that it probably had on each and every one of the kids that are in the family. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, that this was my brother who had just been murdered. I honestly probably blacked out quite a bit of some of that trauma.
My name again is Dr. Mike Arangilla, and I'm a physician.
Okay. And what type of physician are you, doctor?
I'm a general psychiatrist and a forensic psychiatrist.
How many of these boxes for diagnostic criteria he checks off?
There are 7 criteria for antisocial personality disorder, and looking at the records, my review of the records, Mr. McKane would meet all of these criteria.
At this time, the state rests.
Defense?
I met Otis sophomore year of my high school. I had a rough upbringing. Otis volunteered his house to me and opened his door to me, and really, honestly, saved my life. As far as, I don't know where I would have been if I didn't have nowhere to go.
As a football coach, when Otis came in, he was tall, he was athletic, but y'all are missing the Otis that I met, that I knew for 3 years. He had giant smiles. He had jokes and laughs, and he would go back and forth with you. And you can't see that today. You can't see the humanity that he is.
I'm the mother's Otis McKane. What kind of toll did it take on Otis not to be able to see his child?
It hurt him. He was upset. I love my son. I love my son. I love my son. I love my son. I don't want him to get the death penalty. Just forgive him. Forgive him, please. Forgive him.
I do believe that you will have this case for you to begin your deliberations Friday morning. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow at 9.
All right, for the jury.